Good morning. Good morning. Early morning. Good morning. Or afternoon or night, depending on what time you hear this. Oh, goodness. Good. Happy day. How about that? Uh-uh. Charge my earpod. I don't know if anyone's going to come in. It's early. Um, Good morning, good morning, good morning. And hello, hello, hello. This is Kiss the Ring, and I am back off in this thing. I just hit live because I wanted to say something. And I didn't really want to do like a whole video, whatever. I just figured I'd just do it live real quick. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Um, I woke up super early. So I was sitting here watching like um different stuff or whatever. I was doing whatever stuff. And then I sat here and I start um looking at content, I should say. I couldn't find the words. And I saw Black China's mother. That's what I'm gonna refer to her as. Tokyo. I mean, I could say her name. It doesn't matter. I don't have none of her stuff in here. So it's Tokyo, Tokyo Tony. Black China's mother. And she has been on a several days rant about Black China. So I saw that she was live. So I clicked on it. Then I clicked off of it. Then I clicked. So I clicked back and forth um, on her video. I mean, on her live for the last probably at least hour, maybe even more. Um, and the reason I keep clicking off is like with those intervals of me clicking on and then clicking off, every time I click back on, she is ranting still about Black China. Yesterday, she was ranting for several hours about Black China. I don't even know if everything's still there because I looked at her history to see how long she's been ranting about Black China because I'm like, maybe it started before I saw it. But she has deleted, either deleted, privated, or whatever, several of the lives, so you cannot see them. But anything I clicked on, and I never listened for very long, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I heard an entire live. I didn't. And I definitely don't want to listen to 4 hours of a mother dragging her daughter when Black China isn't like what I haven't seen Black China do anything completely outrageous. Yes, they had the stuff when they had the reality show. I did actually watch that reality show. They got some beef or whatever, but Tokyo Tony be completely out of pocket. That is her daughter. It always gave jealous in my from what I can see. It always gave jealous. I don't know what it gave to y'all. Maybe somebody go chime in. But to me, it always gave jealous. And it's sad. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. There are mothers out here that are absolutely jealous of their children. And then we'll go with the mother-daughter. I'll stick on that. Mothers that are absolutely jealous of their daughters, and it is sad. Black China does look like Tokyo Tony. And what I was just listening to before I came on here, Tokyo, somebody took a like back. That is hilarious. If you didn't beat it, keep it. Man, that is too funny. And if you listening and you didn't double tap the screen, please double tap the screen unless you're going to double tap it again. What the heck? But Black China, no, what was I going to say? The Black China looks like Tokyo Tony, and it makes you wonder, or at least it makes me wonder. Bonnie Mitchell in the house. Good morning. Good morning. It made me wonder anyway. Thank you for the like. Anybody that didn't double tap the screen, please double tap that screen so I can get a like, please and thank you. Um, Black China looks like Tokyo Tony, so it makes me wonder, what, how does she feel about the fact that Black China looks very much so like her, but she over here hating on her now. Yesterday, it wasn't yet. I said yesterday or a minute ago too. Actually, it wasn't yesterday. Now that I think about it, it couldn't have been yesterday. I was busy yesterday. I ain't really had a whole lot of time. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was 2 days ago. And it's funny because that's one of the ones that's not even there anymore. But it was 2 days ago. I clicked in on her live, and she was talking about Black China. She lied. I raised her. um she's like, I raised her. She was here, so how everybody else raised her when she was here with me? And she's saying she was with her grandma. And she was with her grandma where? You mean when you was with me? That was 2 days ago. Now this morning she over there saying, talking about how when Black China was 14 years old, she didn't want to live with her anymore. She said, I want to live with my dad. And she's like, oh, you want to go over there and, because you can't do what you want to do. She acted like she was such a disciplinarian. There is nothing about Tokyo Tony that gives disciplinarian. I, I don't want to. I'm struggling. Do I say what I really want to say? Because I don't. Because to me, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna just be transparent in how I feel when it comes to that. My opinion, right? Because I wasn't there. I do not know these people in real life. Okay, so this is only what it looks like to me. I wouldn't be surprised if Tokyo wasn't trying to get Black China out there, and I'm not trying to say like out there like how she's out there. You know what I mean? But I also can see her being on a little bit on some wild stuff. I ain't saying getting it in. I just want to clarify that because we talk about Black China as a 14-year-old. But Tokyo just said that she was a pretty girl with a big old booty, and she wanted to be like grown. And I'm like, but what I'm trying to say is, and she said that's the reason she wanted to go to her father's house. But I'm trying to say that I can't see Tokyo being against her being grown. Again, I'm not trying to say that she was just telling her to get it in, but I'm talking about in other ways, right? So that's all I'm saying. And if it was gives all that, I don't know. I just don't want to say that about kid. But or her when she was a child. But anyway, moving on. Um she's trying to make herself seem like the innocent disciplinarian good parent, and that the child was just so wild and unruly, and she wanted to be, it's that classic story that would make sense and make you rally behind the mother, and not the daughter, when the reality is the mother don't seem like that. So I don't believe her. I just feel like she's saying she knows how to talk it to get the people on her side, the ones that are going to be like, yeah, you did right. But there's nothing about the way she has been or is currently, the way she lives her life, the way she talks, the way she dresses, the way she presents herself. There is nothing about her that would make a person who is being realistic believe that she is being honest. And Black China's story is very different than Tokyo Tony's story. And it would make you kind of side eye Tokyo a little bit. And I want to say I haven't heard Black China say anything terrible about her, but I do believe that Black China is telling the truth. I do. And also, if Black China is lying, why why is Tokyo so angry? Why is she so angry, calling her little bees? And she probably was doing that to the girl when she was a child, when she was that 14-year-old that that Tokyo was just talking about when I clicked off of there. You little bee. Cause in the rants that I've listened to the last couple of days, like I said, it's only a few minutes here and there, and then I click off. I don't want. I can't. Um, and again, I keep clicking back on because I'm trying to see if she's still ranting. And then I listen and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, you're so angry that you're ranting about your daughter for days on end? Get over it. First of all, get over it. So is Black China the one that's really being honest? I think so. Because why are you so angry? Why are you so angry if she's not telling the truth? And then it brings up, I'm gonna keep bringing Peach into the conversation because as much as I promise you, some of the stuff she does, I do not agree with, but it ain't my life. But I have to go on the other side when it comes to Peach and Tracy because people want to give Peach hell because of the way she speaks about her story in terms of her experience of Tracy because Tracy gave birth to her because Tokyo so ghetto and hood. I don't really see people doing that when it comes to Black China, and maybe it's because she has celebrity status. And then I also mentioned another time this other creator, her name is Official M. She's so sweet, just gentle and sweet. But the three of them have experiences of a mother who didn't treat them right. Now, when it comes to Official M, situation turned when it came to money. So whatever was being shown on camera, the mother seemed real good, but apparently there was some behind the scenes things going on because Official M now exposed some of those things. And then when it came time for the money to go and Official M to go do her own life, her mother just really pulled that. She put the wickedness on another level, and the what she's hurt, the way she's hurt her daughter, you can't undo it. She skipped her college graduation, she is out of her life, and all the girl wanted to do was just start her adult life post graduation and get on with her life. You know what I mean? And Peach is just telling, I believe Peach is telling the truth about Tracy. Tracy didn't like it. She lied like a rug, and then eventually she came around and admitted some of the outrageous stories of things that she did that Peach talked about. She admitted it. The threesome, when she locked her out, sent her to the mailbox and locked her out. It was in there with a man and a woman. Listen, and then she lied about it initially. But now she done came around and talked about it. And now she be talking about it like she's standing 10 toes on it. And hey, you didn't have to talk about it at all. But you didn't have to lie if it was true. And, people say maybe Peach shouldn't expose her mama and do all those kind of things. Her mother exposed her. I don't know if I saw it in order or not, because somebody might say you saw it out of order. I saw her mother tell her business and she retaliated. And people think that just because that's her mother, she shouldn't have done it. But I feel like because that mother, that's her daughter, she shouldn't have done it to her daughter. That's how I feel. And you the older one, so lead by example. That's just my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? As parents, sometimes we got to be the bigger person and lead the children, even when they grown, and wrangle them in when they going off to the side a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We don't go out there exposing them to the world, telling their business and all that kind of stuff. It was giving competition, competing with your daughter, you know what I mean, is giving some underlying ill feelings because what parent would want to hurt their child in that way if you truly care for them? So that goes back over to Tokyo, Tony, and Black China. Why? Why would Tokyo be so angry that she's ranting at this point for days? She's been going for days. Black China, Black China. Every time I click over and click back, what's the girl's name? I think Angela, because she said Angie. Yeah, her name is Angela. Yeah, that's right, it is. So, she's also calling her by her actual name. She's also calling her by Black China. I'm like, ooh, we like that's the only person I've heard her speak of anytime I clicked the last few days. What is the problem? Like, for real, what's the problem? And I just think that it's jealousy. Like, and it's a mess. It's jealousy, it's envy. Um, because I know there's a difference between the two. I think somebody says it could actually be jealousy. Somebody told me not too long ago, it's been a few months, an elder told me that the difference between jealousy and envy is that jealousy is when, like, they're very similar, but the difference is jealousy is when someone has power, and envy is like, I don't want to describe it using its words. I'm about to read the actual definition, but I guess they're similar, but the difference is, when it's jealousy, the person has power. Some sort of power, like they have power over you, or they have some access to power. So I guess if that's how that works, that would make it be jealousy because parents have power, whether they're close, connected, or not. So it says jealousy is a complex, often painful emotion triggered by the perceived threat of losing a valued relationship or possession to a rival, commonly arising from insecurity. It differs from envy. It says, this one says it differs from envy. It says envy is wanting what someone else has. By focusing, and now back to, that was in parentheses. So now it's going back to the jealousy. It says by focusing on protecting what one already possesses. Um, it says often termed as the green-eyed monster. Oh, I guess, is that what they're saying? Is it differs from, oh, okay, it switched over to envy. That threw me off the way they said. No, 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 no. No, it didn't. Hold on. This is confusing the way it's written. Hold on, let me get this. Oh, okay. So I guess they did mean that green-eyed monster part was jealousy, because it says green-eyed monster referring to jealousy itself. It was popularized by Shakespeare. I never knew that. It says it's also called keeping up with the Joneses. It says the pressure to match neighbors, peers, possessions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we all know what that is. It says, eat. That's funny. It says eating your heart out to be consumed by envy or jealousy. Looking through green tinted glass. Viewing situation through a lens of, oh, that's a suspicion. Let me see. They got famous quotes and everything. Key aspects of jealousy rooted in insecurity is often stems from low self-esteem or fear of abandonment rather than a real threat. Three stages: emotional, feeling. It says cognitive, which is suspicion, and it says behavioral, which is actions like checking phones. It can be signal. While often toxic, it can sometimes signal a need for better communication or highlight what is truly valued. Distinction from envy. Jealousy is the fear of losing someone, while envy is the desire for something someone else has. That's what this says. So, um, I don't know. I guess in that case, it could be both for her, but I don't think she's totally lost. I don't think Tokyo has totally. I'm pulling up Envy too. I'm about to read that one next. I don't. I would say from the outside looking in the peanut gallery, it doesn't appear as though Black China's a total loss to Tokyo, because they link and then they separate. It looks to me like Black China has boundaries, and she puts them up with Tokyo. I don't know what has Tokyo ranting right now. I keep saying it because I don't. Before I say everything, I'm going to speculate on. But did she ask for money? Did Black China have to put up a boundary with her Was she being disrespectful and out of pocket? Did she want access? Like, who knows what it is that has her, I don't want to say triggered. I want to say, I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, so don't take me literally, but I'm going to say in narcissistic rage. I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, I promise. But she is raging out, okay? Even if it's just regular rage. I'm laughing because I'm like, I promise y'all I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, but she's literally raging out and it doesn't make sense. So it says envy. Um, Envy is a painful, often shameful emotion stemming from the resentful awareness of another's superior advantages, possessions, or achievements, causing feelings of inferiority or inadequacy. It is categorized into benign envy. In parentheses, it says motivational admiration. Out of close the parenthesis, it says add malicious envy. Parentheses again, desire to degrade others. Close parentheses, it says often driven by social comparison and insecurity. Now it says type of envy. There are malicious envy, and that is a destructive form that involves deep resentment and the desire to diminish the other person's success or joy. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay, let me stay on topic because I'm about to segue into this this little LA sector. I go, ooh. Anyway, and then there is benign envy. It says emulation, a positive form that can motivate self-improvement where one admires what another has and tries to achieve it for themselves. Causes of envy: social comparison, comparing one's own achievement or possessions with those of of others. Insecurity and inadequacy. It says feeling that one is inferior, defective, or inadequate. Okay. Perceived disparity. Seeing others possess superior blessings, wealth, talent, or status. Social media, comparing one's life to curate highlights of others. Stay on track, kiss. How envy affects mental health. It is an unpleasant emotion that causes pain and resentment. I need to put on my other glasses, but I don't know what I did. I think I lost them. Damn. It is often accompanied by shame and creates a heart condition of discontent. It may lead to, what is it? I don't know what that says. Scanfuel. It looks like somebody's name, some name, Schandenf. Scan Freud, Freud. I don't know what the hell that says. It says it may lead to that or taking pleasure in another's misfortune. Let me see. What the hell is that? Um, Look up. Now shows. Okay. What it says. Joy derived from the misfortune of others. Where's my audio thing so it can pronounce it? I don't think it comes up on here. It is experience. It says whatever this Shan Freud or whatever the hell that word says. It says is the experience of pleasure, joy, or self satisfaction that comes from learning of the troubles, failures, pain, suffering, or humiliation of another. Scanfreud is a loan word from German that the closest word in English would be gloat. Okay, so to gloat, why did I say that then? Has been detected in children as young as 24 months and may be an important social emotion establishing. inequity, aversion. So it says, I'm gonna read that one again with gloating. It says it may lead to gloating or taking pleasure in another's misfortune. They could have just said that. Why they had to be difficult? Jeez. I put a damn sound thing on it so I can hear the damn pronunciation. The hell? It's their fault, not mine. I'm kidding. Um, how envy manifests in behavior. Destructive tendencies. The envious person may try to destroy the happiness of others. That's crazy, but it's true, right? It happens. Malice and resentment. Attributing other success to luck and feeling entitled to it. Wow, that's crazy. Hidden hostility, lying in wait like a sniper to ruin another's success. Boy, oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. Effects on relationship. It disrupts personal and professional relationships, acting as a hidden danger. It fosters a lack of genuine admiration for others' achievements. It drives a competitive, negative atmosphere rather than a supportive one. Distinction from jealousy. While often used interchangeably, envy is wanting what someone, I think it's going to say the same thing, wanting what someone else has, whereas jealousy is the fear of losing what you already have, i.e., partner affection to someone else. Losing what you already have to someone else. So, I don't know. And I told y'all what the person told, what the, I would say elder told me that the difference was. But anyway, I don't know whether it will be called jealousy or envy in this case, but something is going on and it's not very motherly. That's all I can say. And it's sad. It's sad. But the good news is that at least Black China had her grandmother. And there's something there with, Tokyo and her mother. She make herself like that bad wild child that ran off and was doing all the things and seemed like from what she said, early on in her popping out here, she had a pretty decent home environment. She was just a wild child. That's the way she puts it. And when she was talking about, when she mentioned Black China wanting to go live with her dad at 14, she's talking about how she's explaining to her what to be look out for and how to be careful with him and if he does anything to let her know, because she said he was a married man and she, that's how she got with child with Black China at that same age. That's what she said. Now, she be changing stuff. So if it turns out that she'd say she had her at another time somewhere else, don't come at me. I'm just saying what she said. It ain't my fault that her story be all over the place and it's always changing. That's what she said today. So that's what she said. And it's like because of that jealousy she seems to have towards her daughter, envy, whatever, maybe both. Um, it makes me wonder, was that the problem? Like the man wasn't paying you no mind, and maybe, and who knows what the reason was. She said he was a married man, so okay, that's already one thing. If she was 14 or a minor, he is wrong. He's a grown man. Okay. But at the same time, she wasn't getting that attention or anything. It's a challenging topic to discuss. At that point, she was grown and she was the mother of Black China, and Black China was able, at least she had some relationship with her dad where she was able to go to her dad's house, because she said that she actually went. So I'm like, okay, so she did go, which we already know because that story's been told before. But the other day you said that she was with you. And she said, "Oh, my grandma raised me." But Black China already told that story. Black China told that when she was linked up with what is that? Amber Rose. How long? That was a long time ago. So that is not new news. But Tokyo always trying to be in control of the story, and she want to tell, it her way, and she wants her voice to be the biggest. But I don't know if Black China is considered a actual celebrity, or if it's a reality level celebrity. If there's a difference, she's known, she has notoriety at least. And so her voice might be bigger. And also because Tokyo is so volatile, people, I think people are mostly not going to listen. They're not going to listen to her because she's so angry. She's so volatile. She be bucking her eyes. She yelling and screaming and cussing and drooling from the mouth. Like, oh man, of course I'm exaggerating, but that's what it seemed like. She do be spitting though and talking and, and then so angry. And I'm just like, calm down. It's not that serious. And you don't have to do your daughter like that. Like trying to look, I haven't looked in on her recently, but the last time I saw her, she seemed like she was at peace. She chilling. Her videos will pop up from time to time where she doing something with one of her kids or both of them, and she seemed like she is just living her best life. That's what it seems like. And good for her. And good for her as a mother for providing a different environment than what she was exposed to at the hands of her own mother. Even if she only was there a little bit, because it's clear from both sides that she was at least with her mother sometimes, but she continued to not want to be there. And it's for a child, especially a little girl. I'm going to say a little girl or a boy, for a child not to be around their mother. The mama got to be doing something. It's not natural. Kids want their parents, and mothers, the mother is the mother. She connected with you when you were in her womb, some mothers. And you just have this natural connection to your mother. It's your mother. Ain't nothing like your mama unless the mama is toxic. And it's a conversation that has to be accepted. It's not very well accepted in our community. But it has to be. Some moms are toxic. They can't all be adored because some of them are toxic. And in Black China's case, you can see where she pushes away, separates. Even on that reality show that they had, there were times when Black China had to tell her, like, go on. And Tokyo slamming on the counter and coming toward her like she gonna fight her. I saw a scene and she grabbed her. The people grabbed Tokyo to separate her because she act like she literally wanted to fight her own damn daughter. And then they had to sit down and talk, and she say she gonna be good, and she wasn't, and she calling her the B word and stuff. That is not how you adore your child, and that's not how you adore your daughter. The mother should not treat their daughters that way. It's wrong. And I just can't see anything. I mean, I can see something that could make a mother so upset. You might have a trashy daughter, but in this case, it looks like the trashy one is Black China. Not Black China. It's Tokyo. Tokyo. It seems like it's her, and she need to. I don't know. I want to say she should do better because she should, but it doesn't look like it. She is set in her ways. She is convinced that she is right and good. I feel like she thinks Black China owes her something. That's what it seems like. And, it's unfortunate because of her behavior. Her grandchildren get to miss out on her too. So, I mean, what I mean by that is instead of experiencing two sets of grandparents, they don't get that full experience because Black China has to protect her children, and Tokyo is a wild card. So that's a loss for many, and it's truly unfortunate. It's really sad. And it's like, I wonder if Tokyo ever um watches her lives and listens to herself and truly hears her. Look at herself on screen, how she seems unhinged. Listen to her. Notice the amount of time she was on there just dragging her own daughter publicly, no less. Excuse me, publicly, which clearly she can't get to her. And she did say yeah, no, I want to say yesterday, but I keep saying I actually did click on her for a couple of minutes yesterday, a little bit, but not very long. But I want to say it might have been the one 2 days ago. And she said all that stuff that she has said was to piss Black China off, but Black China's still quiet and she not saying anything. And I'm like, so you came out here and called her all out her name, retold her story, attacked her integrity, everything about her life, the way she went from here to there, and all the things. Just dragged her up and down the street. And then you thought that she was going to be so angry that she was going to reach out to you. And now she's still going. Tokyo is still going. And I think, based off of that comment, that Tokyo is pissed too that Black China is not responsive. She thought that maybe she wasn't getting a response, and she thought that if she did that, it would piss her off to the point that it would make her respond. But see, the difference is, I believe Black China's story. So if Black China is telling the truth and Tokyo is out there lying because she was contradicting her, um, the things that Black China has said, then why would Black China get so mad she needs to respond? She out there lying again, going on with your life. When you are at peace too, you ain't got time for it. And then the other thing is, like I said, with Tokyo, she be getting so mad about the stuff Black China say. If Black China is, if she's lying, why are you so mad? You mad because she telling the truth. You see how the two of them, you see what that happened? One is probably not being honest. That's Tokyo. Black China seemed unfazed. When Black China talk, she's more likely telling the truth, and Tokyo is mad as hell, but she say she lying. You see. And then the other thing is what I was about to say about peace. When you are at peace, let me make sure I keep watch on the time. 'Cause, as usual, I got something I gotta do, and I got an appointment. I thought I was gonna be on here real quick, and I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. Hold on one second, y'all. Y'all know I will get a little distracted. I gotta charge my watch so it'll be ready when it's time for me to go. But um I just think that Tokyo, she doing too much. I don't understand. I don't understand her level of anger. Um I think that Black China should continue to ignore her. What's the point of responding? Just let her rant, let her run it up on her own live and get paid if that's what she does. If you know she not being honest, then don't be bothered with it. And I was about to say, when you're at peace, you know what I mean? Like when you truly at peace and somebody is trying to bring you into a storm, don't nobody have time for that. Don't nobody have time for that. Don't nobody, and that's what it really seems like to me. Black China must be at some great level of peace, and she is not. She ain't paying her mama no mind. And then the other thing is, what is the point of coming on live and arguing and carrying on and going back and forth with your mother. You know, just because your mother acting ugly and talking crap about you does not mean that you have to do the same thing to her. Whether she was a good mother or whether she was a bad mother, you don't have to address it. People, I applaud it as long right now, because who knows if she'll say something, and if she does respond at any time, Black China, that is. Hopefully she does it peacefully. You know what I mean? It She's doing a good job right now. At least I have to say right now, because you never know how things will change, of not letting Tokyo pull her into her storm. Don't let people pull you into their storm. You be chilling like a villain. You feel me? Just living your best life, and somebody will come and try to pull you into their storm with their bull crap. She's doing a good job of not allowing that to happen. I applaud her for that. And I don't know if it's growth or, you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't think she ever much matched her energy. It's not the first time that Tokyo done got on one about Black China. I did see a comment where someone had said that Tokyo must have asked for money, and that Black China turned her down, which I was already thinking, like, I wonder, did she want something from her that she couldn't get? But I don't think necessarily that it's straight up money. I think that it's possibly either money, or either maybe she wanted her to do something with a TV thing, because at one point I clicked in and Tokyo was saying, I've done, I had a TV program, I got musicians, I'm working with this person and that person, and this is coming, and she always saying those kind of things. Um, and I'm like, was she trying to get Black China to help her in some kind of way and she didn't get the help? You know what I mean? Or again, was she trying to reach out to her and maybe Black China isn't responding the way that she wants her to? I don't know. All I gotta say is I don't actually understand what is going on. Um, for a mother to behave that way. I don't. I don't understand it. Like, that's your daughter. And in Tokyo's case, she's it. So th- you'd rather just live life fighting with your daughter? Like, the only one? That's crazy to me. So, anyway, it is what it is. Tokyo Tony is still ranting about Black China. And it's like, is she on a binge or something? She did at least change, because she went from one night ranting to the next day the sun was shining through the windows, ranting, and she had the same gown on. She had the exact same gown on. This time she got on a different pair of pajamas. And I'm gonna give her credit for something. Although I guess there are people who sleep in their clothes. It's not my business if you do. I personally am not getting in my bed in outside clothes. I'm just not doing it. Tokyo will definitely have the same clothes on that she had on the day before, first thing in the morning, live, same makeup, same everything. And I'll be wondering too. I'll be wondering, like, when she, like, does she wash her face and do her makeup again when she finally go get dressed or whatever? I mean, but I've seen Tokyo when she was at the little trap, whatever that was. I guess it's like trap. It was a motel or something. She said she didn't call it. I don't know if she might have been calling it a hotel. Looked like a little motel or whatever. It was a bunch of little. It must have been inexpensive. It looked like the trap, little trap telly. and um she would go live like the one day, and then the next day, first, because she always go first thing in the morning. She'll go live first thing in the morning. She look exactly like yesterday. You could tell, she hasn't cleaned herself up yet, which I'm not saying, sometimes you go live and you haven't went in the bathroom yet. Let me tell you something. I got somewhere to go. I'm about to go take a shower and get dressed. I have not gotten dressed. So I'm telling y'all, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that she'll look like yesterday. She'll go live, and after she keep talking, she take her phone right like that and go outside and get in her car and drive wherever she going. And I'm like, girl, you literally just woke up looking like yesterday and walk. And after she be live for however long, she walk right. She might be live for an hour, two, 30 minutes, however long. And she smoking, get her wake and bake on. And then she walked right out that door. And I'm like, oh my goodness, face looking like you just woke up. I like, this is crazy. But I guess some people be like that. She said, Bonnie Mitchell said, these mothers in parentheses say need to leave their children alone. Let them live. Exactly. Exactly. It's like the daughter is grown. She's living her own life. She is the mother of two. You know what I mean? She done some whatever, is a reality star career or whatever, however you want to call it. She made her own way. Excuse me. She made her own way, and she's doing you know, what seems to make her happy. She got a nice house to stay in. It looks like a little estate because it got the little space around it, and it had the gates and everything. So she got her a nice little house tucked away in a very nice zip code. You know what I mean? Nice access to transportation, nice mannerable children, getting well educated, making a better way for the next generation in her family. And what mother in their right mind, let me add that in, would not applaud that? Applause, a round of applause for your daughter doing better than you. Like, I had to pause on it because I'm like, in my mind, I'm searching, like, I can't fathom a sane or normal, I don't want to say insane. I'm not trying to diagnose her. I'm really not. But a normal minded mother having a problem with that. Her mother, uh, uh, Tokyo, that is, Black China's mother, Tokyo, she was a stripper. She's been talking about it on these lives too. Okay, she was a stripper. She's said it many times before. I want to say that she's filmed some scenes. Pretty sure she said that. She's done a lot of stuff. So she was in that industry, you know, getting her money in the, X industry with those the kind of stuff that she said that she's done. That's that industry. Okay. Her daughter is going a different direction. She should be happy. She knows what comes with the industry that she's had herself in. So why not be happy that your daughter is doing something different, Lee, and also showing her children something different, because they're one of the children is a girl. So you could have three generations potentially of females doing that, but you don't. The buck stopped at some point. So what's the problem? What's the problem? And she doesn't have to talk to her mother if her mother is calling her out her name and breaking boundaries. A B word? That's rude. I don't care where you come from, and I don't care um what your life is like, cuz Tokyo, the way I've seen her interact with pretty much anybody, she the type of person like, this how I am. So like if she speaks like that, you have to see that type of person. You got to accept it because that's her. And if you don't accept it, you trying to change her. No. Don't call her out her name. That's your daughter anyway. Why wouldn't you want to uplift her? Your child. Okay? Like I like this is the language I tell my children. I say swam through my womb. So I'm gonna use that here. She swam through your womb to get here. And you don't want to uplift her? You want to be on a days long rant speaking badly about her, dragging her, when she should be uplifting and applauding her daughter. And if she had the right sense and her daughter went to the left, she could pull it to the right. But she all the way to the left, and she don't seem like she even cares to go right. And she's had some good opportunities herself. So I just don't know why she don't stick to certain things if it helps her. Maybe she could have had her own kind of lane similar to her daughter's. Since there's definitely some envy there when it comes to that. But she seems like a volatile person. She is no etiquette. And just gonna be who she gonna be regardless. You can't do that everywhere. You gotta clean it up. Or people just won't deal with you. That's not her daughter's fault. Including if her daughter's one of them. And I say the name calling it because I keep hearing her. She keeps calling her the B word on these videos, on her lives. But I'm sure it's a whole lot more to it. And it's sad. I say prayers for Black China. And the other ones that I mentioned, when it comes to the little mom situation, sad. TMC, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Definitely, like, it has to hurt. It has to hurt to have a mother like that. And look at who she's around. Or I don't know if she's around them anymore, but she has to have some interaction with the card, that family. I guess I'll say their name just for transparency. I don't really care for that I don't care for that group. I know people like them and they watch their show, the Kardashians, and I used to tune in regularly, but over the years, the things they've done, I don't much care for them at all, period. I just don't. But I'll say the name so that y'all can know who I'm talking about. And when I don't really care for you like that, for real, I don't be calling. I just can't. But anyway, but I don't want to put that over here where people be like, well, you don't say so and so. And then the other thing is, well, I ain't gonna go there. It doesn't matter. So, what was I gonna say? She see them, they linked in. So when it comes to the different, times when there's the get-togethers, I don't know how she feels, but she does have, like, I don't know if her grandmother's still living. That I don't know because she had the grandmother. But as far as her actual mother, you know what I mean? Imagine how she feels when it comes to those things. What is Mother's Day like for a person like Black China? What is Mother's Day like for a person like Peach McIntyre? What is Mother's Day like now for someone like Official M? You know what I mean? Like, what is Mother's Day like when you have a Tokyo Tony or a Tracy or I don't know the other lady's name. I forget. But what is Mother's Day like for them? That's sad. It's sad that they have to deal with that. And whatever Tokyo is on, she needs to get off of it. Because, like, I don't know. But you know what I should have done? I should have looked in the chat. I haven't actually looked in the chat. Anytime I peeked in, I didn't actually read the chat. And I should have read the chat. Because I wonder if people are agreeing with her or not. Now, I'm going to tell you something. In the past, when I would look at her stuff, and if I clicked in on a live and somebody was in the chat, basically her chat was one of those you have to agree with her. But she's also kind of not really looking down at the screen when she's ranting. So somebody might could slide a few of them through, you know? They might could slide a few of them through. But if she looking at the chat and they saying they calling her out or anything, she gonna cuss them out. You gonna cuss them out. You know, there are these people. Social media shows us even more so these people. There's the ones where you have to agree with them in their chat. Mm-mm-mm. I don't care about opposing points of view. I care about respect. But some people, you got to be on what they on, saying what they saying, agreeing with them, like who they like, all that kind of stuff. Same. And if you ain't a clone of them, you could get it. You could get it. TMC said, some folks have some very ugly ways. Yes. It's so sad, you know? So sad. Gamma in the house. Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, it's a sad situation and it's unfortunate. And I hope that maybe she'll end it soon. I guess that's what I hope. I hope that she will soon end her ranting. But yeah, I mean, if her daughter ain't hearing it, good for her. Hopefully she don't even listen. She block it out and any of that kind of stuff. Hopefully she does. Because like, and it's also very attention seeking. Is you gonna see me one way or another? You know what I mean? That's what it seems like. It's like you're gonna see me one way or another. And so she couldn't get her attention, however she may have tried. So now here she is. And it's really crazy. To me, it's crazy for a mother to behave that way. So this is what I want to say. Okay. I'm getting ready to close out. Um I want to say, um, as much as Black China only gets one mother, because Black China only gets one mother, Tokyo only gets one Black China. I don't care if you have 10 daughters. That daughter one is that daughter. Daughter number two is that daughter. Daughter number three is daughter number three. Daughter number four is daughter number four. If you got 10 daughters and you treating daughter number five crazy, you only get one daughter number five, even if you got daughters number 1 through 4 that you good with and 6 through 10. So my point is like Tokyo only gets one Black China and Black China only gets one Tokyo. And Tokyo is fumbling the experience because she can't get past her own self and her own whatever it is that's driving her evil wickedness towards her daughter. And I hope that she got people around her, Black China. I know she got support because she's doing good, that empathize with her and understand. You know what I mean? She don't need people pushing her just because that's the person that gave birth to you. If she nasty and evil and volatile, you don't have to deal with it. Don't let nobody push your boundaries. You don't have to. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself because that'll disrupt her peace. She say she went on her whole journey. She calling herself Angela. She's showing herself differently. She undid some of the surgeries and she is living life differently. It looked like she was on a peaceful journey. And she shouldn't disrupt that because Tokyo, her mother, because that's her mother. even though her mother is trying to bring evil and wickedness into her. A person that care about you ain't gonna drag you like that. The worst horrible things this lady is over there saying about somebody she gave birth to. What she should be doing is apologizing, trying to make amends. I don't care how you show up everywhere else with your own child. You could kick that to the side and be good so that she could have that bonding mother-daughter experience with Black China. But instead, she just want to be nasty and evil and wicked and let jealousy and envy, from what I can see, drive her. That's what it looks like. And it's sad. Prayers up for both of them. And support and love to Black China, because that's got to be hard. Let me see. TMC said, "Come through, Kiss." Look. Loving Lucinda. Good morning. Good morning. She said, "Caught a live Kiss and chat." Welcome, welcome. Oh, y'all speaking? Say, it says, she said, "Tokyo gives me on drugs vibes in my," oh, I don't know if I can say the D word, but yeah, in my opinion. I think that, yeah, that's what I think. I don't know if I said it all the way when I was talking about how she was in the same clothes for multiple days. Well, I do think that she sleeps in her clothes and she be in outside clothes in her bed. But even the other day when she was in that gown for from at least from the night to the morning, I have to say, because whatever, if she changed later, I don't know. But I would tell you that, like, I was like, is she on something? Has she been up this has she been up this whole time? What is she on besides what she be blowing on camera? She because she it seems like it, but I don't know. Like, there's other people that are on stuff, and I don't know that they treat their kids like that. Like, I watch, it's a couple of channels that I do watch. You know, everybody knows about the ASI, Marcus the Interviewer. There's the other one, the real raw and uncut. But there was one before that, and his channel name, which I don't know if it's the same anymore, but his name was The Chosen One. And he was in he was somewhere else, but he used to interview. This is what I'm getting at. These type of channels, they be interviewing people on the streets, and a lot of times these people on the streets, they be on substances, right? You know, them hard ones. And they will speak of their children, and it be two major elements that come when they speak of their children. One, it be sadness, you know, and then the other one, it be you know, expressing, or some of them be cap. But when they speak of their children, though, I haven't heard any of them be out there just like, yeah, and they're so bad. Like, some of them had young adults, some had teenagers, some had minors. Now, I will tell you, on the one channel, the mama had her daughter out there with her. She got her daughter hooked up on that stuff. So not all the mothers out there are good either, but the majority of the time when those women got interviewed on any of these, the three channels I just mentioned, and it's another guy in Arizona. I've been trying to think of his name, but when I lost my last channel, I lost everything. So if I didn't actually commit to memory the name of your channel, I couldn't find you, or it'd be in a group where, because some of them I don't, like the ones I have now, I didn't necessarily know the actual channel name to search it, but it's in a group, so they start showing you stuff and then you see people. His has not come up. This guy is in Arizona. He interviewing homeless people. Most of them are on a substance. They called them blues, and they called them They said they was on Hard. Is one of them called Hard? I think so. And the other one was called The Blues. And I don't even know what that is. But it's something, and it's something else that they own too. Most of them. And it was interesting because um, depending on what area they in, what they're mostly on seem to be a little different. But anyway, my point is, regardless of those four channels that I just mentioned, with the women and in some of them, the guy in Arizona, he was pretty equal with males and females. But some of these other channels, they do more females than males. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of another one because it was a guy in Wisconsin I had started watching too. But anyway, let me get back on track. The point is, when they speak of their children, they're not being nasty and they're not dragging them. You know what I mean? They ain't being hateful and evil. It's more sentimental than anything else. That's the majority of it. So if Tokyo was to ever come and be like, I was on this or whatever, she not gonna be able to blame the substances. Cause I've seen too many of these other folks get interviewed that are on stuff that don't add a children, and they're not mad at the kids. Some of them are even like, I'm glad my kid got a better life because I couldn't do that when I was out here. It ain't gonna be the substances. It's not gonna be what she's gonna blame for her behavior. She's just mean and evil. And she don't like her daughter because of jealousy and envy. I don't want to say I don't want to go so far as to say she don't like her. I'm gonna say she act like she don't like her because of the way she speaks of her. I think that's a better way to say that. Um Loving Lucinda, she said, or is she manic? Okay, right. She said, could be bipolar, right? She said, I think she blocked me. I didn't see her anymore. Yeah, if you wasn't agreeing with her, she was gonna block you. She be on block. She be on block. It's crazy. I don't ever say anything. I just watch. Um, let's see. She's that's so sad. Yeah, it is. It is. It's unfortunate, It's I find it interesting to listen to their stories and kind of what led them to be in that position. Some of them went through something, some of them ended up out there, and that's what everybody was doing, and they did it. Some of the people, at least in Wisconsin, and I mean, I guess in other areas too, but then you also never know, because like them folks in Atlanta, they be like, I got dropped off at the bus stop, at the Greyhound bus station, or I was on Greyhound and I just got off here, and I wasn't ever on anything, never, and now all of a sudden they on something, and I'm like, a couple of y'all might have that story, very minimal. Some of y'all came here because y'all was looking for what y'all was looking for. Or either you was homeless and you wanted a warm place to be until you figured that out. You know what I mean? Although Atlanta's been getting pretty cold from what I can see, but yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna be her excuse though. So okay. Gamma said, she said, okay, so I don't know, are you familiar with that channel, Gamma? The guy that interviews the homeless people in Wisconsin, they like, I want to say it's like a little downtown. They got like a little square. It was like a church down the street. I it's a couple of like some of the channels. I'm like, when I come across them, I'll come across them. I just came across one earlier. I thought I had resubscribed to her, but I'm like, I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, okay, because some of the stuff I was subscribed to, I'm like, what was the channel name? I don't know if I ever even actually read it. It just probably showed up to me because I was watching that type of content. I subscribed, and now that I lost everything, I don't know these people's name. If they're gonna take your stuff, they should at least let me be able to see what was there. Gee, you just snatched it. It can't got no access or nothing. But I I want to say it was Milwaukee. I want to say it was Milwaukee. And Yeah, and I just remember like it was like a little downtown little square because that's where a lot of the people slept. It was a little, it was actually a freeway close to it in his videos because he'll show people walking across the freeway. So they was under the bridge, and then I remember the church too because he interviews sometimes people sitting on the little not, it's not like the banister, the cement version of a banister at the church. And yeah, and his people was outside because they was on substances and or they had got released from incarceration, was his. But I'm like, I guess it'll come up at some point. Like I said, there's some of the ones that I'm like, I really was enjoying watching their stuff. I mean, his interviews are different than, like, for example, the Atlanta one. His questions are different, and it's just it's different. You know, it's interesting. It's sad, but it's interesting, and he does help people and help them get help. Just like the other guy, the guy that was named uh the chosen one, and he helped the people. Like, he would set up a PO box for them. People would literally send them money and gifts and food and snacks, and you know what I mean? Like, you could watch them. He'll pull up with his vehicle, and he have all kind of little boxes and stuff in it. It's to the point when they see him coming, they was looking for him. Anything for me, you know? And people would send them stuff, and if it was like their birthday or something. But then you still got the hustlers out there because they own substances, and they tell them, oh, it's about to be my birthday. Then a couple of months later, they're like, oh, it's about to be my birthday. He like, you already said it was your birthday. When is your actual birthday? So it was a couple of them out there hustling. He had people that would send stuff and just be like, whatever size it is. If you got some females that wear a size whatever, and give it to him, and he'll donate and give to them. um and they have food, and it was funny because some of the people, like, was sent some McDonald's gift cards, and he pulled up, and he was close to McDonald's, was in the background, and he gave the females as they came up. He interviewed men too, but it was more females than anything else, and he gave them these McDonald's gift cards. He was giving everybody a gift card until they ran out. And you could see them literally walk down the street to McDonald's, and some of them come walking back past him with their McDonald's. A couple of them walked up to him and showed the McDonald's because he was still like, he'll be filming the next person or whatever. And I was like, that was so cool because um you could actually see them use it. Because I'm gonna tell you, to me, when I first looked at it, when I saw him giving out the McDonald's the first time he did it, I was like, they about to sell the. My thinking was so, I was pessimistic in my thinking. I was like, they about to sell the McDonald's gift cards. They are not about to use those McDonald's gift. I thought they was about to go stand by McDonald's and sell the gift cards. And you know what? They were actually getting McDonald's, and people kept sending he had a donor that kept sending McDonald's gift cards. And every time he pull up, giving them, and they go get food. And the one girl, she came up with her bag, and she said, I am so hungry. She hadn't eaten, and it had been a long time, whatever she said, since she had ate. And she was like, I was so hungry. And I was like, that is wonderful. That is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Gamma says she gonna try to find it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. TRW. Hey, TRW, welcome, welcome. Gamma said that's cool. Yeah, see, I thought that was kind of nice. I'm like, this particular guy, he was retired, and when he retired, he started doing that kind of content. Wow, and it's funny because well, let me finish that, and then I'll go back to ASI. So he was doing that kind of content. And then at some point he decided he's gonna be fully retired. So he actually, funny because he up and moved to Georgia. He went and bought him some property in Georgia, bit like mini acres, not 45 though. I couldn't resist. I could not resist. But he bought him some acres, had a house on it or whatever, and then he was filming himself and his dog on his land. On his land. Y'all excuse me. But he was filming himself and his dog on his land. And then eventually, I don't know if he was still doing it. And then of course we know what happened with my stuff. And I might actually look him up sometime either today or this weekend and see if he still got a channel or whatever. But he has switched over. And so ASI. At some point in time, ASI said, Tilo, hey, welcome. Gamma, she said, that's cool. ASI did some video where he talking about he is the blueprint for this out there interviewing the homeless people. He's the blueprint. He sees other channels doing it. He sees the questions that they ask, and he feels like he's the blue. He didn't say he feels like, I'm saying he felt like. He said he was the blueprint, and like he was okay with people using his format, get they bag. Something along those lines is what he said. And I was like, first of all, get over yourself. Because that guy that I just mentioned, the retired guy, I was watching him a good 2 years before I ever saw an ASI. And I think the algorithm showed me ASI because I was watching the retired guy, because I was watching the guy in Arizona at that time. That's why you came up in several of our algorithm, but you're not the blueprint. The guy, the retired guy, he had a standard set of questions, and they're very similar to the questions that Marcus asked those people, including the retired guy would ask them if they had ever had like any, the experiences that Marcus liked to push them to talk about. He would ask them, but people was giving him a hard time about it, so he kind of backed up off of it. But what I never saw him do was forcing him or pressure anybody. He paid $10 for the interviews too. He didn't say that. Another one of his interviewees ended up exposing it, and he immediately came out and was like, "Yep, $10 is the standard. That's what I give him." But this is also a pre-COVID economy. You know what I mean? Like they could go and get them a fast food meal upsize and have a little bit of change with $10. And he paid $10 per interview. And the one of his interviewees was mad because she wanted more. And he said no. And it turned out she had recorded the interaction. And at that point in time, he didn't never put his face on camera. And she had recorded the interaction and she showed him. But what's funny is he took her power away because once she showed him, he showed himself. He ended up showing himself, and from that point forward, he'll show himself with his dog. And then they said that because he didn't live close, it was where he was interviewing was his old neighborhood, so he'd drive there, and he would get like he might do like weekend content, so he'll get him a room nearby, and then go back out the next day, film, and then go home. She exposed that he was getting a room, but she accused him of having some of the females in his room. I don't know, that ain't my business. I don't know if he did or not, but I'll tell you what, when she said he had a room, he said he went and he turned on his camera and he went live. He was like, "This my room. I'm in a room in the neighborhood. I told y'all that I live this amount of time away. That's why I get me a room so that I can, film my content." And he do some editing, whatever it was he did. And he stay in the area when he was getting his content, and then he go on home and do what he do until the next time that he showed up. And initially, like the PO box that he had, like he had just the one, but then he started getting them their own. I already said that he had them set up. I think I said that he had them set up for their own, because initially he just had the one, and then he started getting them their own PO box. But of course, that one that was causing problems, she was saying he's stealing from us, and He was like, no, I'm not. Everything I receive, I give to you guys. And some of the stuff don't even have a name on it. So I don't have to give it to you because it had no name on it. It was for whomever. And so he was like, I have my own P.O. box for the ones that don't have one or don't want to get one. If you want it sent to mine, when he interviewed him, he asked. And then other than that, he set up P.O. boxes for them, and then they can receive it themselves if they want to. And that other lady parlayed into doing, I was watching her too. She had parlayed into doing her own thing, but I wonder what happened with her. I do wonder what happened with her and her daughter because her daughter was sick. And it was really a sad situation because basically she pimped her daughter out at a young age, and she had her daughter out there strung out because what they said is that the young, was more. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to go there, but anyway, I don't know why I was interested, but it was. Tilo, she said, I was to watch her, but I guess she doesn't have the same channels. She would always be smoking and yeah, high as a kite. Yeah, yeah. Tokyo, she always fired up. You know what I'm saying? Got that thing fired up. And it's no matter what time of day, just constantly. Yeah, so it's I did actually go searching it. It's if you look in the word, I say, can I go do the thing? It has president in it. I'll say it like that because I don't think I can go off the screen and tell you the exact channel name. But I had searched her name in different ways, um, and then I end up finding it. Let me see. She said another thing is I couldn't understand what the heck she would be saying. She talked low sometimes. At times she would be loud and off. She is, yes, definitely. Cause even the few minutes of the live I listened to, I wanted to go rewind a couple of times because I'm like, what did she just say? I couldn't catch the word, but it was live in YouTube. So I don't know. They make it. They used to. You could go back even if the person was live. I don't know what the difference is. The way they do it now, you have to literally be live at the point the person is at. I mean, you can rewind it, but you ain't gonna be able to like go back 10 seconds or whatever, and then you gonna miss something. You can't run it fast to catch it up. I don't know, they done messed it all up. So I was like, you know what? She live in YouTube. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, I just couldn't with her. But let me go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna close it out. Um and just say that you know, I want to say mothers. I was gonna do a whole little thing, but I ain't gonna even do it. I ain't gonna even be lecturing. Like my kids be like, "Mom, you're lecturing again." I'm not trying to lecture you, but when it's you, they be making me second guess what I be getting ready to say something because I'm like, I ain't trying to be lecturing, but you trying to. You gotta say what you gotta say. They're like, Mom, I don't want to hear a lecture. Okay, well, you gonna get this lecture. Or you gonna get these hands. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't believe in all of that. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But anyway, thanks everybody that tuned in. And if you didn't hit the like button, please hit that like button. Double tap that screen if you are listening to this while we're still live. And if you catch it on the replay, please hit that thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. It'll be a variety of content that you'll hear over here. It'll be going from trending topics, also conversations about the street sector, and also content regarding the LA sector and all the things that are going on. So it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm gonna get my StreamYard set up, so there'll be some panel discussions that'll be happening soon. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm working on getting those hours in, that subscriber count up, but we're gonna just keep going up. It's only up from here. I want to say, I just thought about this real quick. Big shout out to Gamma. It's Gamma's World. She hit that 10,000 plus subscriber count. So big shout out to you. Congratulations. Big time. Like, yes, indeed. Like, that is so wonderful. She is doing big things over there. And if you haven't checked her out, go and check her out. You at Hope. I want to send peace and blessings your way and hope that everyone has a wonderful, peaceful Saturday. And with that being said, I am out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.